Hello fellow stackers, 365 here, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to discuss whether you're an investor or whether you're a collector. Now they're both completely different things when it comes to stacking gold or silver. If you're an investor, you'll be purely stacking your country's currency bullion. So for example, if I was purely an investor, I would just be stacking the Britannia, the silver Britannia, or the gold Britannia, because it's my country's currency, it's my country's bullion, therefore it's capital gains tax exempt. So when I come to sell in the future, I won't be hit by capital gains tax. Now, I wouldn't be buying bars, I wouldn't be venturing into American Silver Eagles or rounds or anything like that, because it wouldn't make any sense for me to stack anything other than capital gains tax exempt silver. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, you get the collectors, and that is people that invest in proof coins, in series coins, in different bars, in different rounds, in different coins, and not too fussed about the premiums you're paying, not really thinking in the future about whether you're going to have to pay capital gains tax or not. Now, I think a lot of people that I speak to that stack precious metals, they're a bit of both. There's not many people that I speak to that are completely one way or the other. Now, I think a lot of people start off stacking precious metals with the investing mindset, and that is the goal of making money and preserving their wealth and watching their fiat currency be protected from inflation by investing into precious metals. And then I think as time goes on and you enjoy the hobby and you enjoy stacking gold and silver, then you slowly start to become a collector. And that is what I tend to see. People starting off down the investing route, wanting to grow their money, wanting to protect their wealth, and they end up going on the collector side of things, and they end up buying bars and proof coins and series, and they almost get a little bit lost along the way. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all, and personally I think it's very healthy to have a balance of the two, because if you was a sole investor in precious metals, then like I said, you would just be buying the same thing over and over and over and over, and that could become very mundane, very boring, and it could be very quick and easy to lose interest in stacking precious metals. Now, I think precious metal investing and stacking and collecting, or whatever you want to call it, just accumulating precious metals is a great hobby. It's really interesting, and personally I'm on the kind of side of investing and collecting. I don't really call myself a precious metal investor, because like I said, I don't just solely stack the silver Britannia or the gold Britannia. I like to have a bit of variety. Now, maybe if I wasn't on YouTube creating content, my mindset might be a little bit different, because I could get away with maybe buying more boring purchases. However, because I've got the channel, I'm aware that I need to make sure that I have a variety, because this channel would be very, very boring if I was just showcasing the same item over and over and over again. So I think when you have a channel, you are kind of pushed towards the collector side a little bit more, just because you want to create fun, interesting videos. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that, whatever side you are, as long as you're protecting your fiat currency against inflation. Even if you're a sole collector and you haven't got into precious metals down the investing route, and it's just because it's kind of a hobby and you like the look of it and you like collecting it, then again, there's nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, what other hobby is there where you're converting your fiat currency into something that's holding on to its value, that you can sell for some sort of cash return in the future? There's not many hobbies that are like that. Most of hobbies that you do, you spend money to have a good time, and then you don't get a return financially. You might get a return in enjoyment and in fun and creating memories, but you don't get a return financially. And that's the beauty of stacking precious metals. Not only is it an investment, not only are you turning your fiat currency, which is losing its value. At the moment, I think inflation is 11%, which is crazy. So every single year, if you was to have a stack of cash in a suitcase in your loft or wherever you wanted to put it away, every single year that stack of cash would be losing 11% of its spending power. Absolutely insane, absolutely crazy. when you kind of sit there and think about it. Just by doing nothing, you're losing money. Now, that's the beauty of investing in precious metals, and not just investing in precious metals, investing in any investment vehicle, because there are lots of different investment vehicles out there. You've got the stock market, you've got crypto. I know crypto is a bit controversial when you put it in the bracket of investing, because it is a bit of a minefield. You have property, you have other tangible assets such as whiskey. People invest in whiskey barrels. You can also even invest in things like cattle, like livestock and animals and things like that. There's literally so many different investment vehicles. There's lots of different avenues out there where you can convert your fiat currency and protect it. Now, for me, I've always really enjoyed the tangible side of investing, and I've mentioned it, I've touched upon it in many of my videos, that I actually got into the investing journey by starting with property, which a lot of people ending up in property, because that's kind of most people's long-term goal. Because if you like tangible assets and tangible investments, property is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, tangible asset you can buy, other than kind of land. So a lot of people that kind of start off in precious metals end up getting themselves an investment property, because they really get a thrill out of actually owning your investment. It's not like some numbers on a screen like on the stock market. You physically have something. You can walk up to your investment property and actually touch it. And that's why people, like I said, that start off with precious metal investing, they tend to end up sticking to more physical assets, just because they like the physical side of things. And that's why a lot of people that stack precious metals, they don't like crypto at all, because it's really the furthest point away from actually having something physical as an investment. Even if you compare it to, say, a stock. With a stock, at least it's backed by a company. If you invest in Google stock, you invest in a company that has bricks and mortar buildings, it has staff, it has a team, it has a revenue and income. Whereas if you invest in a crypto, you haven't got any of those things. You might have a little office somewhere, or it might just be run from someone's bedroom. So it's completely the opposite end of the spectrum in terms of physically owning an asset. So let me know what you think of this video below. If you're a stacker of precious metals, what would you put yourself under? Would you put yourself under a collector, or would you put yourself under an investor? Or are you kind of a blend of the two? I personally like to think of myself as 50-50. I like to think that whenever I make a purchase, it's with the investing mindset, but then I still like to have variety and collect different things. And like I said, with me, it's slightly different, because I do have to have that variety to be able to keep this channel interesting. And also, you've got to think, this is kind of my hobby as well on YouTube. So it's not just stacking precious metals and enjoying them myself. I enjoy sharing them with people. And also, if I buy something that may not necessarily make sense in terms of investment wise to someone else, for me it makes sense in terms of investment for my actual channel, if that makes sense. So this channel is not monetized currently, but when it is monetized, I'll be making income from the ads that YouTube put on my videos. So if I was to buy something that has a high premium, which wouldn't make sense for someone that doesn't create content to buy in the sense of an investment side of things, and the return you might not see, for me it might make sense, because if I did a video on that item that someone's not willing to buy themselves but they want to still see that item, then obviously I can obviously make a return on capital on that through the ad revenue. So that's another reason why I think making these YouTube channels and these videos is actually really beneficial to people that stack. If you're sitting on the fence and you like the idea of starting a YouTube channel, it's definitely a great thing to do, in my opinion, because it's a way of seeing another return from your precious metals. Instead of them kind of just sitting there, you actually can see a return. You don't have to do YouTube videos. You can make a TikTok, you can do stock photos, which people use on websites. There's lots of different ways of making money from your precious metals. I actually made a video a while ago on different ways of making a passive income from your precious metals, and it kind of lists some of the reasons and more that I've just mentioned. You could kind of have a YouTube channel, you could have an Instagram, you could make stock images. And like I said, stock images are where you take photos and you upload them, and people that maybe start a website, a bullion website, or a blog about precious metals, they can buy your images to use on their website. So yeah, there's lots of ways that you can turn your precious metals into even more of an investment instead of just letting them sit there and protect your wealth and grow slowly over time. There's lots of ways you can think outside the box where you can use them to generate you more income. So yeah, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. Are you a stacker? Are you an investor? Are you both? Or like I said, do you not really care what category you come under? Are you just enjoying spending your fiat currency but not actually spending it, because you're not actually spending your money when you buy yourself a silver bar, because you still have the money. It's not like when you go out and buy a car and as soon as you drive out the showroom you've lost money, and as years go by you're losing more money. It's depreciating. With precious metals, as you've seen by the charts, 20 plus years, you see them going up in value. So you're not actually spending money. That's how I like to look at it. You're spending money, you're getting that satisfaction. That's why precious metals is great for people that have a spending problem, because you're still satisfying your need to spend, but at the same time you're just converting your fiat currency into something that's holding value and potentially going to grow as the time goes on. So like I said, for me, it's kind of, I like to look at it as 50-50. I'm 50% an investor in precious metals. I'm 50% a collector. But like I said, I do tend to see myself going more down the collector route as time goes on because of my YouTube channel. But like I said, again, they end up becoming an investment because I'm making videos on the items. So yeah, let me know what side of the fence you are in the comment section. And as always, thanks very much for watching my videos. Thanks for making it this far, if you've made it this far. Let's comment in the comment section today, lava lamp. Let's put lava lamp in the comment section just to confuse those people that haven't watched the video all the way through to the end. And the reason I said lava lamp, I'm actually sitting next to a lava lamp. My partner thinks I'm a child when I went out and brought it, but I just love sitting there and watching the lava flow around the lamp, even though it takes like 3 hours to get going in the first place. So yeah, thanks for watching my videos, and I hope you have a nice day.